Good morning. Now, we'd started moving away from the high street, hadn't we? And that was even before COVID. And then they were told to shut up shop, literally, unless they were essential. Now, the amount that we spend has returned to pre-COVID levels. But how, where and what we buy has changed, possibly forever. We're going to get some important updates later, as Naga was saying. Now, firstly, there's the John Lewis partnership. They would run Waitrose supermarkets too. Unsurprisingly, of course, the food business has fared a lot better than the John Lewis shops. But yesterday, Waitrose did announce that they were to close 4 stores, and that was after John Lewis announced 8 of their 50 department stores would also go. That will take with it 1,300 jobs. Now, their new boss has said that the company has, quote, lost its way. And there are reports that their previous price promise, never knowingly undersold, where they refund the difference basically with other retailers, may be coming to an end. They're also saying they may have to rent out 3 floors of their expensive flagship store on Oxford Street in London. Christmas for John Lewis is going to be absolutely crucial. And it's a slightly different story for the CoOp group, though their convenience stores have boomed over lockdown because more of us were shopping locally, weren't we? Remember, and they're gambling on that habit sticking. They're opening 50 more local shops this year, and with that, creating 1,000 new jobs. Now, then there's next. Traditionally, that is a real indicator of the health of the high street. Their new clothing sales are way down on what they were, and they are planning some radical moves. They're going to move into some of the Debenhams stores to open a beauty arm and possibly use their really well-established online arm to sell some different brands. And we know that Next ended up with warehouses full of clothes that they just couldn't sell. The question is, can they clear them in order to reboot? So many different issues at play here. The central question that analysts are asking now, will things ever return to the way that they were before?
We're on a slow recovery to pre-pandemic levels when we look at the financial figures, but it's not going to be business as usual. It's going to be a very different way of retailing. We know that a lot of the challenges that these organisations are facing are the same ones that were pre-COVID and the lockdown. It's just that the emphasis is so much more intense. So organisations are having to deal with the transition of their organisations to be more agile, to be more nimble, reacting to the way that a consumer wants to shop, both for safety, for economic value, and also for the way that they feel comfortable in this very changing time.
Quite right. We'll get an update from John Lewis, Waitrose and the CoOp group in the next hour or so. Cannot